In the massive world of Indian YouTube, you've got your stars, and then you've got your titans. Amit Bai of Desi Gamers and Aju Bai of Total Gaming are titans. For years, these guys were like the ultimate gaming duo. But then, one day, they just weren't. And millions of fans were left scratching their heads, asking one single question.
And look, this wasn't some minor fallout. This felt like the end of an era. The silence between them was just so loud, you know? The whole community was buzzing with theories and rumors. So today, we're going to get into the video that seemed to blow the whole thing wide open. What really happened here? Let's dive in. Okay, so just to set the stage, for more than 7 years, these two were a cornerstone of the Indian gaming community. Their collaborations were legendary. Then, almost like a switch was flipped. The joint streams stopped, the videos together vanished, and this wall of silence went up. It left everybody wondering what on earth could have gone so wrong.
Now have a look at this timeline, because it points to a really clear turning point. For years, everything was awesome. They were climbing the YouTube ladder side by side. But fans started noticing a huge shift right after one major event, Aju Bai's face reveal. After he showed his face to the world, the collabs just dried up. And the final nail in the coffin? That public unfollow on Instagram. Ouch. All right, this is where things get really intense. Amit Bai finally broke his silence with a video titled Total Gaming Aju Bai Exposed. I mean, with a title like that, you know it's serious. He laid out his entire side of the story, piece by piece, and honestly, it painted a really convincing picture of a friendship that was completely destroyed. Wow. So this was the opening shot from Amit Bai. He's not beating around the bush here. He is directly linking the change in their friendship to that face reveal, basically suggesting that maybe the fame or showing his face changed Aju Bai, not just as a creator, but as a person, as a friend. And Amit Bai came with a list of receipts. He said Aju Bai started pulling away from their old crew, ditching their classic rank push sessions, where they'd all team up to grind and climb the competitive ranks. He said he started acting distant in real life too. And according to Amit Bai, Aju Bai was the one who hit that unfollow button first. And this gets to the heart of the issue. It's this feeling of being used. Amit Bai shared the story where Aju Bai apparently told another friend, Romeo, that he felt like they were just using him for his face and the thumbnails to get clicks, and that's why he didn't want to play anymore. That kind of accusation, it suggests a really deep crack in their trust. Now, here's where things got really confusing, at least for Amit Bai. He claimed that Aju Bai was totally fine with shooting sponsored Instagram reels together, content where they were both getting paid. But then, when Amit Bai would try to film a simple, casual vlog of them just hanging out as friends, Aju Bai would refuse to be on camera. You can just feel the hurt and the sarcasm in that wow. For Amit Bai, this wasn't just about making content. It felt deeply personal. The idea that a paid job was okay, but just being friends on camera wasn't, well, that seemed to say everything he needed to know about where their friendship stood. So, just when you thought this couldn't get any more dramatic, Amit Bai said he had one final piece of evidence. He claimed this would erase any doubt anyone had about who was to blame and just how bad things had gotten between them. And what was it? He played an audio recording, a voice note that he said was from Aju Bai himself. For the millions of fans watching this go down, this was it, the smoking gun, the moment of undeniable truth they had been waiting for. And there it was. The audio played, and the words were just brutal. What was claimed to be Aju Bai's voice, calling Amit Bai a Neech Insan, which basically translates to a lowlife, a vile person. An insult that seemed to be the final confirmation that this 7-year friendship was completely and totally over. The end. Or was it? Because just as the drama hit its absolute peak, the video takes a wild turn, a complete 180. Everything the audience, everyone, thought they knew was about to be flipped completely upside down. Yup, you heard that right. The whole thing. The accusations, the hurt feelings, the Instagram unfollows, even that absolutely damning voice note, it was all fake. A perfectly scripted performance designed to look like the biggest breakup in Indian gaming history. Turns out, Aju Bai was on the phone call the entire time, listening in as Amit Bai delivered his dramatic monologue. They planned this whole thing together, playing on years of fan speculation to create the ultimate drama. They weren't enemies, they were partners in crime. So the big question is, why? Right?
Why put your fans through all that emotional whiplash? Why fake such a huge fight? Well, they actually had a few reasons they shared.
It pretty much boiled down to this. They believe their audience wants masala. Spice, drama, controversy. They wanted to make something truly unforgettable instead of what they called the usual garbage content. And of course, it was all one giant elaborate stunt to announce a brand new collaboration.
And to cap it all off, they threw down a challenge. They announced that if their prank video got 100,000 comments, they would team up again to record and release Okatgi Bot Episode 2, which is the next installment in a super popular series they do.
This quote really just sums up their entire mindset behind this whole project. As they see it, they were just giving the people what they wanted. They saw a hunger for drama, for the tea, and they decided to brew the biggest pot imaginable.
And that really leaves us with a final question, doesn't it? Was this a stroke of genius marketing that totally understands its audience? Or was it a step too far, kind of playing with the emotions of a fan base that was genuinely invested in their friendship, all for the sake of views? One thing's for sure, in the world of online content, the line between what's real and what's entertainment is getting blurrier every single day. So, what do you think?